Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Okay, you guys, today we are going back inside the dressing room. How many times have I said that in my life? Probably like, what is this, the 10th, the 11th, something like that. Today we are investigating or going and looking at, hello? Why am I like so bad at starting these videos? Anyway, okay. We are going to Aritzia. Oh my God, it took me way too long to get that out. Aritzia is a Canadian clothing retail company founded in Canada, of course, in 1984. Aritzia describes itself as an everyday luxury brand at more attainable prices. They have over 100 retail locations, primarily in Canada, with a handful sprinkled throughout the United States as well, and are available in far more countries worldwide through their e-commerce store. Aritzia sells a number of outside brands in their store like Citizens of Humanity, New Balance, Levi's, J-brand jeans, Adidas, and Rag & Bone, amongst others. But they're actually more known for selling their in-house fashion brands such as Wilfred Free, Le Fou by Wilfred, TNA, Golden, Babaton, Sunday Best, Main Character, and Super Puff. Like almost all popular retailers, Aritzia is of course considered a fast fashion with a constant cycle of new and trending clothes coming through their inventory constantly. While Aritzia is known for using some lower impact materials like organic cotton, overall their published sustainability efforts are seen as, more greenwashing like most brands. They've made no real earnest attempts to reduce their global impact, and they don't publish their sustainability or labor reports. So there's really no transparency to know if they're doing things right, which means they probably aren't. I've actually never physically been to Aritzia. The most experience I have with the brand Aritzia is watching other YouTubers talk about it and get stuff usually delivered to them. But I know that I have a lot of Canadian viewers. Hello, my friends to the north. So sorry about our government and whatever they're trying to do to you, by the way. Yeah, I thought this would be kind of a fun one that a lot of you guys could relate to. It's been somewhat requested, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little curious. I will say that from what I've seen from the YouTube videos that I've watched, I don't think Aritzia is as attainably priced as they want, to seem. But I guess we'll just have to go in store and find out for ourselves. As a reminder, here are my measurements, and typically I'm wearing a size large, extra large, and 12 or 14. It's so dependent on the brand and the item of clothing, and I really don't know what Aritzia sizes are gonna be like. So I'm curious to see if I can find stuff that fits me, what my sizes would be, because it is Canadian based. I don't know if Canadian sizes are similar or different from US sizes. I'm sure you guys can tell me, but I'm also about to go find out right now, maybe. So anyway, without further ado, let's go to Aritzia. Okay, hello you guys. It's a couple weeks later from when I shot the intro, but I just went to Aritzia yesterday and I actually bought a few things, but mostly I tried a ton of stuff on, including a few pieces that I didn't buy that I'm kind of regretting, and I'm considering, I don't know, maybe ordering online in the future. If I do go online to look for more deals, I will be sure to use Coopert, which is the sponsor of today's video. Coopert is a free extension designed to help consumers save money while shopping online. It's supported on Chrome, Edge, Firefox, and Safari, on both desktop and mobile. With 6 million weekly active users on desktop and 3 million active users on mobile, Coopert serves over 200,000 merchants globally. Let me tell you about it, because Coopert offers 3 core services: automatic coupon testing, cashback rewards, and price comparison services. With automatic coupon testing, find and apply the best coupon codes to save money on your online shopping. Coopert's automatic coupon testing service is supported by over 2.6 million retailers. Coopert also supports cashback from over 76,000 retailers, including Macy's, Walmart, Sephora, and more. Cashback rewards typically take an average of 15 days to process, and the more you shop using Coopert, the faster your cashback is received. And cashback can be received via gift card, PayPal, or bank card. Finally, price comparison support is available on websites like Amazon, Walmart, Macy's, eBay, Nike, and more. The price comparison feature can be used alongside automatic coupon testing and cashback, allowing you to maximize savings while shopping online, which, as someone who does a lot of online shopping, is really wonderful, because I also love to make sure I'm getting a deal. Find the Cooper extension and the Cooper app link in the description below, and start using Cooper now to save money and stop paying full price in 2025. All right, I know sometimes people don't like when I point this out, but there are people leaf blowing outside. I do have the window open. It's a gloriously warm 80-degree day here in February, so I'm just trying to get some fresh air in the house while it's nice and warm. So you may or may not hear that. I feel like I have to get it out of the way. The classic YouTuber, there's noise outside, I'm sorry. All right, Aritzia, okay. My initial impression as I walked to the store was that I love the vibe. Remember, I've never been to an Aritzia and I genuinely did not know what to expect. Now, the Aritzia that I went to was at this place called the Americana in Glendale, which is a very kind of bougie, nice outdoor mall. So I don't know if it's like the store specifically that I went to or if this is the vibe of all of Aritzia stores, but I was into it. I was surprised that the majority of clothes, and this was a huge store, but the majority of clothes were basics, which I don't know if like basics are just trendy right now or if that's just kind of like what they're going for. I don't know. I guess I was expecting more trendy cuts and patterns from like my research on it with the way they support all these different brands. I had like Urban Outfitters in mind, but this felt a lot more elevated than that. And I really feel like I cannot explain to you my experience at Aritzia without talking about the employees that I encountered, because these were without a doubt the nicest employees I have ever encountered at a store. And I don't know if it's just because I went, you know, on a weekday or what, but it was like busy. I was definitely not the only person shopping in that store, and I feel like I had one-on-one like personal styling attention on me. Like literally there was this all the employees were really nice, but there was this one really nice employee who like came up to me and she started chatting and she was asking me like what I do for a living and what I'm looking for and what my style is and all of these things. And I was just chatting with her. I feel like I love when people want to talk to me in public. I'm a relatively extroverted person. So I was like talking to her about it, and she was so sweet and so kind, and she actually picked out most of the stuff that I tried on. She was like, I know what you need, and she like whirled around the store and picked up all these things. And I gotta say, I like a lot of the stuff that she picked out. So unlike normal dressing room videos where I go around and I like pick out, you know, from different sections of the store, she kind of did it for me, which I sort of liked because she's someone that works there and knows like what to push onto consumers. And I was interested to see what she picked out for me. I picked out a couple things on my own, but a lot of the stuff came from her. And it was kind of like I had like literally a personal stylist in the store, which I was not expecting at all. She was like super attentive to me in the dressing room and she kept bringing me stuff. She was not just helping me, like I heard her and saw her helping other people, but it still felt like I had a lot of personal attention on me, which some people may not like. And I think, you know, if I had told her to stop, she would have stopped. But I was really into it. And I went into the store assuming that I was like an XL or a 14, and I didn't see any 14s. I don't think they had them. I didn't ask. I should have asked now that I'm thinking about it. I didn't ask, but I didn't see any 14s. So I ended up grabbing a lot of XLs and 12s. Even those, I felt like it was like finding gold when I did find something in my size. The majority of clothes that were out on the floor were 0 through 6. With like a smattering of 8s, 10s, and 12s, but again, not in everything, and I felt like I was really hunting. That being said, the employee who helped me, she found a ton of things. She asked me what size I wanted. I said, you know, probably the largest size, like XLs and 12s, and she was finding things no problem that like I went back and I was like, I swear to God, I didn't see that in my size, but she was finding it. So this might just be chalked up to user error, or maybe they were keeping the larger sizes like off the floor. I'm not exactly sure. But just like on my own while I was walking around the store, because I walked around for like 15-20 minutes, I was having a hard time. Not an impossible time, but I would say like only 3/4 of the stuff had options in my size on the floor that I noticed. Okay, with all that preamble about my initial impressions of the store out of the way, let's talk about the clothes. There's no mirror in this dressing room. I have to go out in front of employees to try things on. So the first thing I tried on were these beige linen pants in a size large. They were $88 and they were 55% linen and 45% viscose. I loved these. They were so comfortable. They felt great on my body. They're such a great summer pant, and they had pockets. I actually really like these a lot, and surprise, surprise, I bought them. I'm wearing them right now. I just really love them. Now, you guys know I am trying to own less, but I have been looking actually on my list of like clothes to fill out little gaps in my wardrobe for a pant that was in between like track pants and sweatpants and jeans, because right now those are like the two types of pants that I have in my closet. And so when I go out in public, I find that I'm pretty much always wearing jeans. And when I'm lounging around the house, I'm pretty much always wearing sweatpants or track pants. I wanted something in between, something like this, where like I'm comfy lounging around the house, but if I gotta go run an errand or something, it's no big deal and I feel not like a slob out in public. So this was something that I was kind of looking for. When I saw all of the like stretchy pants they had, there was a lot of them there. I kind of had a feeling I was going to end up buying a pair. So I bought them yesterday, but I'm pretty happy with this purchase. I washed them last night and they held up really great in the wash. They didn't shrink or anything, so far so good. Okay, and with the pants, the second item I tried on was this blue button-up top in a size medium. It was $88 and made of 100% linen. I thought the shirt was just okay. I kind of liked the big front pockets and it felt like very nice and cool, the fabric, but from a subjective style point of view, it was just a little too structured for my current vibe, and I can't personally see myself wearing it a lot. Also, and this is gonna come up a lot, it was very expensive. There was a lot of sticker shock in general for me in this store. I do appreciate, I guess, that it was 100% linen and it felt nicely constructed, but I do think it was overpriced, and I think that's gonna be a trend. You'll see. Okay, the next like 2 items that I tried on together were these 90s Marlowe high-rise baggy jeans in a size 31W. They were $110, and I paired that with this blue button-up vest top in a size large, $78. The jeans were 100% cotton, 100% denim, and the top was a viscose polyester nylon blend. So let's start by talking about the jeans. Overall, the jeans were cute, a little tight. They got on and buttoned up just totally fine, but they felt a little tight around my waist and they did not pass the sit test. They actually had a lot of jeans in store and I found that they were mostly from 2 brands. They were from either the Denim Forum or Citizens for Humanity. I've already tried a lot of Citizens for Humanity. When I was younger, I owned a couple pairs of jeans from that brand, so I was more curious about the Denim Forum, which is what these jeans were from. And actually, I kind of thought these jeans were priced fine, considering I have bought jeans from Madewell and Levi's in the past at a similar price point. I personally would have wanted a size 32, which they didn't have in store. Although when I asked about it, the employee told me that she could order me a size 32 online, no problem, because like she was watching me and she was just like, yeah, I think, you know, 1 size up would be perfect, but I don't need more jeans, so it was no big deal. Okay, let's talk about this top. It fit me great. And it was towards the front of the store on some of the mannequins, so this is actually something that I picked up to try on. I wanted to try it. In general, I will just say I didn't really hate anything that I tried on in the store. At this point, the general impression that I'd sort of gathered from these first couple of items of clothing that I tried on was that I was really vibing with the sort of style that Aritzia was putting out. I could tell pretty quickly that like their branding matched with like my vibe in a way that I wasn't really unhappy, like I said, with anything I tried on. That being said, again, like for the price of these items, like a piece was really gonna have to blow me away for me to actually want to purchase it, which a couple did, but this shirt did not. Okay, the next 2 items I tried on, another pant top combo. Let's start with the Effortless white pant in a size 12. They were $148 and made up of 100% polyester. And I paired that with this black vest top in a size medium. It was $78 and it was a wool cotton blend. Starting with the pants again, I fucking love these pants. These were the pants that I did not purchase that I'm like, should I have? I don't know. Like, these were the pants. I ultimately didn't, obviously, because of the price, but I really had to talk myself down from it. I wore them for a long time in the dressing room, mulling it over, but ultimately I decided that I didn't really love the visible pockets, and that kind of helped make the decision for me. The very helpful employee that I keep mentioning, she found a couple different color options for me so that you couldn't see the visible pockets when I pointed out that was my issue with them. But I didn't love the other colors as much. Like, they just weren't drawing me to them as much, so that was a pretty easy no. That being said, the size 12 fit me perfect and passed the sit test. So now let's talk about the top. You may recognize the top. I'm currently wearing it. This top blew me away. Wearing it and stepping out of the dressing room, because you had to step out to see yourself in the mirror, which was crazy. Anyway, it was possibly like the most confident I felt looking at my own reflection in a long time. Definitely in one of these dressing room videos, like for sure. I'm a confident girl in general, but it has been rare since I had my child for clothes to just truly encapsulate the way that I like to see myself. I think, you know, longtime viewers of the channel know that like I've struggled with my style postpartum and I've been on this journey to figure it out, and I've kind of stripped back and gone back to the basics. And that's been great and fine and serviceable. But this shirt, I don't know how to explain it. It makes me feel like me. And it's just a little like wool vest top, but it's like a little sexy. You know, you can't wear a bra with it. Like, it's fun, it's cute, it's flirty, it's young, but not like I'm trying to be like 22 young, you know, like I am, you know, about to be 32 here, and like it still feels appropriate. I don't know. Something about me in this shirt clicked and I loved it. Obviously, I'm currently wearing it. I bought it, I washed it, held up great in the wash. I air dried it because I was a little afraid of shrinking it, but still held up really nice. Moving on to the next two items I tried on together, another top bottom combo. Okay, let's start with this plain white tee. I got this in a size medium. It was $40, made of 100% cotton, and I paired that with these black comfy pants in a size large. They were $68 and they were a polyester viscose elastane blend. So starting with the shirt, the employee who was helping me pick this out for me, and she came over to me and she said that this was the perfect t-shirt and the only t-shirt that she was wearing. But of course she's an employee, she has to say that, but I don't know, might be true. I was intrigued because I have a plain white t-shirt in my closet, but I'm not like in love with it. I do wear it a lot, but I washed it. Like, usually I'm so good at separating out my laundry, but I must have washed it with something dark and I got a little dingy. And I tried bleaching it back and it didn't really work. So I've been interested in potentially replacing the plain white tee in my closet. So I was open to this. I was impressed that it was 100% cotton and more moderately priced compared to the other items in the store at only $40. But for a plain white t-shirt, I like needed a little bit more. And I was hoping it would have some kind of, I don't know, X factor, something that would make me more intrigued by it, but it didn't, so I passed. But you know, it was a perfectly fine top. The pants, however, were so comfortable, and I really liked the vibe of this whole outfit together with the white tee. Was getting like comfy, casual chic. I put these pants in my little maybe pile as I was sort of sorting out the clothes in the dressing room for a long time before deciding ultimately that I don't really have a need for these pants. They're kind of closer to my like sweatpants that I already own. Also, they didn't have pockets, so that was like a pretty easy no when I was going back and forth on what pants to buy. But to be perfectly honest, they were really comfortable, they were really cute, and they fit me well. So not for me, but no complaints, except for maybe the price. And no pockets. Okay, a couple complaints. All right, the next item I tried on was this black bodysuit in a size XL. It was $58 and is made up of 94% nylon and 6% elastane. The pants that you see me trying this on with in any of the footage, they're the same trousers as the white trousers from earlier, just in a different color. I told you the employee brought some other options for me. So we don't have to like talk about the pants. They're the same pants as before, different color. But the bodysuit, okay. I have a couple bodysuits and I really love one of the two that I own. So I'm open to getting another one. That's why I tried this on, but also the idea of bodysuits in general is super intriguing to me. A perpetually tucked in shirt that you never have to worry about. I kind of like them. And this bodysuit was very comfortable, but it gave me the classic problem that I think most pear-shaped women have of fitting me really well in the torso, but too large in the chest. I also wasn't a huge fan of the square cut neckline because it would make wearing like a comfy bra impossible with it. And obviously I'm open to going bra-less, no problem. I don't have that large of a chest. But I took my bra off just to see, and I didn't really like the look of it without a bra. Like most things, it was cute and comfortable, but not for me. Okay, now I tried on a couple of dresses. So the next item I tried on was this black sundress in a size 10. It was $168 and it was 97% cotton and 3% elastane. And I absolutely loved this dress. It was really well constructed with a smocked back and a really structured bodice that I thought was like nice detailing for what would have otherwise been a very simple sundress. A very full skirt with a built-in slip. I was very impressed with the like construction and design of this dress. That being said, I was very confused on the vibe. Like the material screamed sundress, but the length and the volume of the skirt felt a little bit more formal. So I'm not exactly sure like how common of an occasion this dress would be good for. Maybe in a different color, which they did have different colors, but not in my size. This would have been, I could see this being like a good vacation dress, but I mean, you gotta have a lot of disposable income to be dropping almost $200 on a vacation dress, in my opinion. I mean, I spent money in this video, but I try now to think about like how often I'm gonna wear the item. This dress was really nice, but too expensive for something that I feel like potentially may not get a lot of wear, but it did have pockets. You know, I like to point that out. Okay, and finally, the last thing I tried on was this little black dress in a size 10. It was $138 and made of 100% polyester, and this sexy little thing was so cute. I love dresses that show off my back because I'm really confident in my back and I have this rib tattoo that, it isn't often seen, but you can see it usually in backlist stuff. I loved basically the whole top half of this dress actually, but it was a little too short for me and a little tight around my hips. I didn't even check if they had a size 12 because I knew that if I sized up, the top would be too big, because it was kind of already bordering on too big in the size 10 anyway. Pear-shaped problems. But it was so cute. Although even without like the sizing issues, which is, neither here nor there really, because it's a common issue with me with dresses in general. The style of the dress was a little too young for me. I feel like I wouldn't personally ever like wear this out. I have a little black dress that feels a little more age appropriate. And also, it was just way too short to be practical. Okay, and that's everything I tried on. And I actually had a really nice time at Aritzia. I can't lie. Again, I don't know if this experience would be universal or if I just got like a lot of one-on-one attention from the employees. And I went to like a particularly nicer Aritzia, but I had a great experience. And it's not often that a store makes me want to buy things because I have been really good with my resolve not to. That being said, I do have a rule for every new item I buy, I must get rid of an item, which has been no problem. So I got rid of a pair of pants that I hadn't worn since I started my capsule wardrobe and a top as well. But yeah, I don't know, I had a really nice time. Many items were overpriced, but the clothes are really well designed, trendy, but simple enough to work for longer than one season in your closet. Many of the items were made with 100% natural or synthetic fabrics, and there were very, very few with blends that felt like they wouldn't hold up over time. I understand that this is not an accessible store for most, but it does feel like a nice option for a little splurge. Another thing that I thought was kind of interesting, I feel like I brought up my age a couple times in this video, which I don't often do, but I noticed in the dressing room, women like in their early 20s and women who looked like they were in their like late 50s, and many women in between, like women that look like they were my age, 40s, late 30s, whatever. I couldn't really nail down one like intended customer base. Every time I started thinking, oh, these clothes are a little young, I would see something that I felt was appropriate for someone older. So I don't know, I kind of liked that. It feels like it has a lot of range. I did ask on my close friends story on Instagram, which is accessible to members of my Patreon, like what your impressions of Aritzia was, because I was just sort of curious to get other people who may have been there's impression, just because I was feeling as I left the store like, oh, I don't know if I had a universal experience or not, because it was so positive. I don't know. The overwhelming consensus from the responses I got were that it's kind of overpriced and not size inclusive, which I cannot argue with either of those points. Being totally honest, if I didn't happen to fit in a size 12 right now, I'd be totally fucking screwed at this store. And yeah, I mean, it's crazy expensive. I'm not planning on justifying it. I cannot justify it. I think it's crazy and it's stupid and probably not well motivated by much other than like, being a brand name recognition thing that comes up a lot in these videos. Doesn't really stop the fact that I still kind of had an overall positive impression of the store when I left. But that's just my Aritzia experience. I'm truly interested to hear yours. If you've ever been to this store, I know it's, like I said in the intro, it's Canadian based and I have a lot of Canadian viewers, so maybe it's viewed totally differently up there. I don't know, let me know, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you oh so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.